Hi, I'm pleased to welcome you again to share about artificial intelligence and IoT in transport and fleet management domain. As previously said, this week we will use a P&L management vision. Therefore, we will mainly focus on the maintenance line of your P&L. In other words, how can your telematics boxes help you to anticipate costs to come and to make decisions on maintenance and investments? Maintenance in your P&L is one or several lines, depending if you divide internal and outsourced, spare parts, tires, filters to manpower. And maintenance is around 10 to 25% of your cost, depending on your activity and the type of vehicles you are managing. Those maintenance lines are an image of your expenses compared to your budget or your cost for the past year. But what your P&L doesn't express, this is the efficiency of those expenses and their impact on the activity for the coming months. For example, you had a budget of 1,000 and you spent 990. But did you prepare your fleet for the level of activity to come? Are you increasing the fleet availability for months to come? Combine your expenses analysis and data provided by your telematics can enable you to anticipate the coming months and make decisions based on fact and not on feelings. Let me explain you during the next 4 minutes. If you have a high quality telematics provider, it will give you access to your CAN-based data, such as fault codes, alarms and warnings, detailed use of each component of your vehicle. Not only how many times the driver pressed the brake pedal, or if he's harsh braking or not, but how long the alternator has been running, how much the stuffing box of a refrigeration unit has been used, how long the clutch disc has been scrapping. Thanks to this data, we can provide you a dashboard of the technical health of your fleet. And it will not be only the aggregation of thousands of sensor data in an Excel sheet. This would be illegible and useless. You will have to define what are your main 10, 15 or 20 technical pain points in order to monitor them specifically. And this list will have to be updated often. We have all experienced Euro-norm changes with unfortunate effects on the reliability of new models. The result looks like this. A list of vehicles sorted as you need. A health status based on the 10, 15 or 20 technical criteria that you selected. A list of alerts and warnings. An average fleet health status. But also the possibility to deep dive into each vehicle. What is the link with my P&L? If I had a budget of 1,000 and I spent 990, I can now compare this financial information to the technical health status of my fleet. Last month, the average health status of my fleet was 84%, based on my criteria, the one useful to my specific business. This month, the average health status is 90%, based on the same criteria. This is awesome! I spent less than budget and I prepared the future by improving the average condition of my fleet. If, however, this month I spent less than budget, but the average health status of my fleet decreased by 10%, I may face high level of expenses in the coming months, because if I want to keep the availability of my fleet as I need, I will have to refurbish it, and thanks to the tool, I can anticipate. Another example, I exceeded my budget, but the health status of my fleet increased significantly. I anticipated costs, maybe because of a lower level of activity, but I know that my vehicles are fully prepared for the coming peak of demand. I can demonstrate it. This level of understanding, I can already have it if I manage a 20 vehicle fleet, all parked in my yard every Saturday morning. But if my fleet is made of thousands of vehicles spread in several regions or even countries, such a tool enables you to have a vision at the same time holistic and detailed. If I need to make a decision about refurbishment or renewal of a vehicle, I can base my decision on facts, vehicle sensors, instead of basing my decision on ratios, mileage or age, or even the technician's feeling. I previously managed a fleet spread into 72 countries, and I can tell you that for the same vehicle, the opinion on refurbishment or renewal is not the same if you ask to the head of repair shop in Kazakhstan or Zambia or in Canada or Sweden. But it would be exactly the same between Manchester and Southampton. Every one of us has different opinion on the technical status of a vehicle. Such a tool puts all vehicles on a point of technical equality. I recently introduced this solution to a prospect, and he asked me, thanks to this tool, will my maintenance manager be able to decide if a truck can come back or must be repaired immediately? For this transport company, it means drive several thousand kilometers or be repaired in a foreign country where manpower is far more expensive than in its own repair shop. This is each time at least 1,000 euros difference in its cost. Therefore, at Hitachi, we are currently developing this functionality. If you have ideas or needs to develop our solution or to use artificial intelligence for your fleet, please do me a favor. Write in the comments. I commit to answer you. Next video on optimization of the transition to electrical vehicles, obviously thanks to artificial intelligence. Thank you.